Yeah.
Well, like I said, you'll see my tote and what all fits in there. My guns are over at my dad's house, so that's all
Okay,
good.
good to go.
Okay.
All right, so here we are, pulling in. We're in.
The thing is that this wind is multi-directional.
Yeah, I have all day.
At our back, and it's coming out front. No, we're in the dust. It's coming us getting sucked right in.
Just ominous night. Then I went down to the rail yard. I wanted to get lightning, trains, and grain mills in the back. Just good old Tornado Alley life. What happened next taught me a couple lessons once again. But you don't know until you go. It's an insane night. Tornadoes, getting back to Teek's house, that storm dying, another storm coming. And in the end, I thought, I'm gonna be able to get some rail yard photos as well. Well, that little idea just about cost me. Now what I was going for was a lightning strike to illuminate, there it goes, the grain silo and hopefully the train. That's all I wanted. One good strike, one good illumination, one good video picture, and I'm out. Celebrated good night, everybody was safe, tornado didn't hurt anybody in Clinton. And then at this point, I realize I've been cut off from Teek's house. There's no chance of making it without taking potentially a lot of water, hail, and potentially lightning. I start looking around my surroundings. Doesn't look good. Concrete building, everything looks gated, shut. And I realize that radar couplet is coming together. The storm's intensifying. And I know I have to find shelter and find shelter quick. But I'm not really sure what to do. I'm about in the worst spot you could be. I put myself here. I'll gladly admit that. But that happens when you're trying to get a good shot sometimes. And then it hits me. I'm probably the only chaser watching this come together. Rotating. Seeing this beautiful cloud illustration in front of me. But it still doesn't take away from I'm in a dangerous position. I'm on foot, a mile from the house, with nothing but industrial rail yard cutting me off between the two. I got choices, but not many. Do I get under the train? Do I run down the silo and try to find a door or an entryway? That couplet's getting closer. It's rotating. The lightning's definitely right there. All right, Cuddy, you've been a storm fan and a cloud watcher too long. It's time to think about your safety. What are we gonna do? It's go time. You have to go. Either get under this train, get under a porch, run somewhere, but figure it out right now. I want to be perfectly clear. I didn't plan this out. I never intended to go inside of a train. But at this point, it's necessity and survival. And now I'm inside of a giant 60-ton storm shelter on rails. And I'm gonna ride it out for the next hour and a half in here. Here we go. Coming up is one I accidentally deleted and I had to retrieve off Facebook. Check this close strike out. Nearly 4 years in Tornado Alley. I've had some really close calls with lightning, and streak lightning especially. I've even witnessed ball lightning. And at this point, I know I just gotta sit still. Lightning can do all sorts of different things, so I have to wait it out. I have no choice but to sit here. A lot of thinking about the last 4 years, particularly the last 18 months. How my life went from, I had 4 Facebook friends on 400 acres. I hunted and fished and hung out with my kids every day, to now a life of going around the United States, chasing storms, not only for a hobby, but an actual living, doing what I never thought I'd ever have a chance to do. And now that it's here, I realize there's a lot more to it. So I wait in this train yard with nothing but time. I just landed this monster, but I'm gonna be in some trouble because I snapped her pole. Sorry. Boom.
I go find you, Eggie.
Come on, Kaylin, come on!
Oh, I spy
Come on, come on!
Hurry, hey!
Ah! Pick them all up and put them in your basket.
Just less than 6 weeks before, I was snaking my way through the depths of the bayou in roads that we didn't know if they'd be closed or flooded with God knows what critters. So I always ask myself, the hell are you doing? It's all part of the journey. I'll never forget this drive. Gee, Christmas. Leaving a hurricane zone is so brutal. This ranch, this house particularly, was built by the daughter of the original owner of King Grain. She built it and over-engineered it because she witnessed the 1955 Udall tornado and what it did. I moved here many, many years later. It wasn't until after spending time on this ranch for over a year and talking to some of the people in the nearby town of Udall that had survived that my infatuation with that tornado, because there was never any footage thought to have existed. And so that passion started at this ranch. In the distance there, you'll see the grain silo. That grain silo right there. That actually had been rebuilt in '61, 5.5 years after the original tornado that was said to have ended at my ranch after it tore up the houses in the grain silo. This place will always hold a special place in my heart. And for what happened to those people, I hope to bring the footage to light and show people what hadn't been seen before. Saved it. Alright. I think it's safe to get out of here. I set this train company to leave this engine unlocked so that I could safely shelter, because it turned out a giant ass train. Oh shit. After what finally seemed like forever, I was ready to get out of this damn train. Then all of a sudden, you're not gonna believe what happened next. Seek refuge inside of a train. I'm not happy about it either, but I got caught in this ugly storm, and thank goodness the fine folks on this line left this door unlocked so I could get in safely out of the storm. Sometimes I get a little aggressive. I don't know. Opportunistic. This was more of an opportunistic one. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go take some good thunder and lightning pictures out on the railroad. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm just gonna stay in here a little while. Just a few hours later, I went to the OKC airport and ran into a gentleman who told me this.
Where was your house at? That's in Moore?
Yeah, this was from 2013. That was the back of my house.
Oh my gosh.
That's and my master, the kitchen, and my sons and the 2 bedrooms were gone.
Holy. Where were you guys?
We left.
Wow.
And that just goes to show, you never know. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Nocturnal Nightmares. Until the next time.